Do you know why most people can't speak English fluently, even after learning it for many years? It's not because they don't know English words. It's not because they don't know grammar. It's because they always translate before they speak. They think in their own language first, and then try to change every word into English. That small habit makes them slow, nervous, and unsure. When you translate, your brain becomes busy, it starts searching for words, and your confidence disappears. That's why you stop speaking in the middle, or you feel blank when someone talks to you. If you really want to speak English like a pro, you must stop translating. You must start thinking in English. Before I explain how, subscribe to my channel, because here, you'll learn the real ways to speak confidently, not just grammar lessons. Now, listen carefully. When a native speaker talks, they don't think word by word. They don't translate. They just speak, because English has become their way of thinking. But when you translate from your language, you create a gap between your thought and your speech. That's why you speak slowly, or get stuck. One of my students once told me, "Sir, I understand everything, but when I try to speak, my mind becomes empty." I asked him, "What's the first thing your brain does before you speak?" He said, "I think in Hindi first." And that was the problem. His brain was not speaking, it was converting. You cannot speak naturally if you keep converting every sentence in your head. Think about your mother tongue. When you speak it, do you plan each word? Do you think about grammar before talking? No. You just talk. You don't translate. You only express what you feel. That's exactly how English should be, not a subject to study, but a language to live and feel. So, the first step to stop translating is simple. Be aware. Notice when you translate. Just notice it, don't fight it. Because once you become aware, your brain starts to change. The next step is to feed your brain English directly. When you see a chair, don't think Corsi. Just think chair. When you feel hungry, don't think mui buk lagi hai. Think I'm hungry. The more you do this, the more natural English will become in your mind. Slowly, you'll stop depending on translation. You'll start thinking directly in English. And that's when you'll feel a big difference. Your words will flow naturally. You won't worry about grammar every second. You'll sound confident and real, because now, you're not translating, you're truly speaking. 2. Now you might be thinking, how can I start thinking in English? It sounds easy when I say it, but when you actually try, it feels difficult, right? Don't worry, it's not magic, it's training. Your brain just needs practice. And the best part is, you don't need books or big lessons for this. You can train your brain anywhere, while walking, eating, traveling, or even lying on your bed. Let's start small. When you wake up in the morning, try to describe what you are doing in English. Say to yourself, I'm waking up now. I'm going to brush my teeth. I'm washing my face. I feel fresh. That's it. You're not studying. You're just talking to yourself in English. And slowly, this habit will make your brain stay in English mode. When you look around your room, name the things you see: bed, pillow, curtain, window, light. Say small sentences: the light is bright. The fan is moving. Do this every day for just 5 minutes. You'll be surprised how quickly your brain starts to think in English naturally. The next thing is your inner voice. Yes, that voice that always talks inside your head. Try to make that voice speak English. When you are walking alone, think in English. For example, I'm walking to the market. The road is crowded. I feel a little tired. Simple thoughts, simple words. You don't need perfect grammar, you just need to keep the conversation going inside your mind. Remember, the goal is not to speak fast. The goal is to make English your natural thinking language. When your thoughts become English, your mouth will follow automatically. Fluency doesn't start with your tongue, it starts with your mind. Now, let's talk about fear. Many people tell me, I understand everything, but I'm scared to speak. That fear comes from perfection. You want to sound perfect, but no one in this world speaks perfectly, not even native speakers. They make mistakes too, they forget words, they repeat sentences. So stop trying to be perfect. Start trying to be natural. Imagine a child learning to talk. Does the child wait until he learns every word? No. He just speaks whatever comes to mind. He makes mistakes, and that's how he learns. You must do the same. When you speak English, don't be afraid to make small mistakes. Every time you speak, you get better. Every time you stay silent, you lose one more chance. So from today, make a promise to yourself. You will not translate. You will not fear mistakes. You will speak, even if your words are not perfect. Because every word you speak takes you closer to fluency. And when you start thinking and speaking naturally, something amazing happens. You'll notice your sentences sound smoother. You'll use the right words without even realizing it. You'll understand others faster. You'll stop doubting yourself. That's when English stops being a subject, it becomes a part of your identity. 3. When that moment comes, you'll smile and say, I did it. I'm not translating anymore. I'm thinking in English. And trust me, that's the real freedom of language. You know, every language is not just a collection of words. It's a way of seeing the world. When you start thinking in English, you don't just change your language, you change your mindset. You start noticing new ideas, new emotions, and even new sides of yourself. That's why people who speak more than one language often say they feel like a different person in each language. Because language shapes how we think, how we express, and how we feel. When you think in English, you start feeling confident in conversations. You stop searching for the right words. The sentences come naturally. You start enjoying the sound of your own voice. And this joy, this flow, is the real secret of fluent English. Fluency is not about speed, it's about comfort. When you feel comfortable in English, people feel comfortable listening to you. Let me tell you a small story. A few years ago, a student named Arif joined my class. He was very shy. He always looked down when speaking and said, "Sir, I can't talk in English. My words never come out right." But I noticed something interesting, he understood everything perfectly. So I asked him one simple question, "Arif, what language do you use inside your head when you think?" He said, "Sir, I always think in Hindi. Even when I try to speak English, I first make Hindi sentences, then translate them." And that was his problem. He was not bad at English, he was just stuck in translation. So I gave him a small challenge. Every day, he had to spend 10 minutes alone, talking to himself in English about anything. His day, his plans, his dreams, even what he ate for breakfast. At first, it was awkward. He used short sentences. He made mistakes. But he kept going. After 2 weeks, I saw the change. His sentences were faster. His pauses were smaller. He didn't translate anymore. He was finally thinking in English. And the best part, he started enjoying it. This small story shows how your brain learns language. When you stop depending on your first language, your brain starts to build new connections. It begins to understand English like a natural code. That's why you must live with English, not just study it. Talk to yourself. Watch English videos. Listen to podcasts. Read short stories. But most importantly, respond in English. Don't just consume, produce. Because your mouth, your ears, and your mind, all three need practice together. 4. Now let's talk about your environment. Many people say, "Sir, no one around me speaks English. How can I practice?" I understand that. But remember, your biggest teacher is not another person, it's you. If you have a phone, you have everything you need. You can listen to real conversations online. You can speak in front of your mirror. You can record your own voice. And when you listen back, you'll notice your own mistakes. You'll also notice your improvement. That's how you build confidence. Sometimes you will feel lazy. Sometimes you'll think, "It's not working." That's normal. Every learner feels this. But remember, fluency is not a one-day miracle. It's a slow fire that builds every single day. Even 10 minutes a day can change your speaking level if you are consistent. And every time you choose to speak, instead of staying silent, your confidence grows stronger. When you speak English, don't think of it as showing off. Think of it as expressing yourself in another way. English is not a symbol of status, it's a tool of connection. It helps you share your thoughts with more people, from more countries, with more opportunities. The world runs on communication. And the one who can communicate well, always moves ahead. So, stop being afraid of English. Stop thinking that others will laugh at you. Remember this, people only laugh until you succeed. And once you do, they start asking, how did you do it? So don't stop because of fear. Fear is not real, it's only your imagination. The real you is confident, capable, and ready. From today, make English a part of your daily life. Think in English when you walk, when you eat, when you scroll through your phone. Talk to yourself in English. When you watch something, repeat the lines out loud. When you read with your voice. Make English alive in your routine. And slowly, your translation habit will disappear. You will begin to think in English naturally. You will start speaking without fear. Your friends will notice your change. Your confidence will become your identity. And that's the moment when you'll realize you didn't just learn English. You became fluent in it. Because you stopped translating. Because you trusted your voice. Because you believed in yourself. So if you're still listening to this, I want to tell you one last thing. You are already capable. You already have the words. You just need to free them from your thoughts. And once you start thinking in English, no one can stop you. Your voice will carry power. Your English will carry confidence. And the world will listen to you not because of your accent, not because of your grammar, but because of your clarity. So go ahead. Start today. Stop translating. Start speaking like a pro. And if you want more powerful lessons like this, subscribe to my channel right now. Because this is where your English journey truly begins. 5. Before you leave, I want you to imagine something. Close your eyes for a moment and see yourself 1 year from now. You're standing in front of people, speaking in English without fear. Your voice is steady. Your words come easily. You are not searching for sentences anymore. You are just expressing your thoughts. People are listening, smiling, nodding. And in that moment, you realize this is the version of you that you always wanted to become. That version is not far away. It's inside you right now. It just needs time, faith, and practice. Every word you speak today takes you one step closer to that confident person. Every time you try, even when it's not perfect, you grow stronger. That's how real change happens, quietly, slowly, but surely. I know there will be days when you'll feel tired. Days when you'll say, maybe English is not for me. But trust me, that's the same feeling every successful speaker once had. They all started from the same point, scared, unsure, and afraid of mistakes. But they kept going. They didn't stop when it felt difficult. They didn't stop when others laughed. They didn't stop when their sentences were broken. They kept speaking. And one day, their broken English turned into confident English. Yours will too. Because confidence doesn't come from perfect grammar. It comes from brave attempts. The more you speak, the more fluent you become. It's like learning to swim, you can't do it by reading about it, you must jump into the water. English is the same. You can't master it by only listening or studying, you must open your mouth and speak. Don't wait for the right moment. Don't wait for perfect words. There is no perfect time to start, the perfect time is now. Right here, where you are, with whatever English you have, start speaking. Talk to your mirror. Record your voice. Speak to your friends, even if they don't answer in English. Speak to your phone, to your diary, to yourself. Every voice you use builds your confidence muscle. And one day, without even realizing it, you'll catch yourself thinking, wow, I didn't translate that sentence. You'll smile, because your mind will finally be free. That's the moment you've been working for when English becomes your second nature. When you don't have to think before speaking, you just speak. Always remember, English is not bigger than you. It's not some mountain you can't climb. It's just a skill, and every skill can be learned. Even the best speakers once struggled like you. Even the teachers you watch online once made silly mistakes. But they learned one rule: keep moving forward, no matter what. Because the only way to lose is to stop. So don't stop. Keep speaking. Keep thinking in English. Keep believing that your voice matters. You might not see progress every day, but it's happening. Your brain is growing, your confidence is rising, your English is improving quietly, step by step. 6. And one day, someone will hear you speak and ask, how do you speak English so naturally? You'll smile and say, I just stopped translating. That's your story. That's your journey. And it begins today, right now. So go and speak. Make mistakes. Learn. Grow. Repeat. And when you feel lost, come back here, listen again, remind yourself why you started. You're not just learning a language. You're building a voice. You're building a version of yourself who can face the world with confidence. And I promise you, if you stay with me, if you keep listening, practicing, and believing, your English will not just change, your life will. Because English is not only about speaking better, it's about thinking bigger. It opens doors, it builds connections, it gives you courage. And you deserve that courage. You deserve that voice. You deserve to speak freely. So this is your moment. Stand tall, take a deep breath, and tell yourself, I can do this. Because you can. And when you do, when you finally speak English with confidence, remember this video, remember this journey, and remember that it all started with one simple decision. You stopped translating, and started believing. If you felt inspired by this message, make sure you subscribe to my channel right now. Because this is where you and I will continue this journey, step by step, voice by voice, until you speak English like a pro.